What is up, guys? Marvix Vlogs here, and on this video I'm basically gonna show how to install the Power Commander 5 for your Yamaha R6 2017 and onwards. Okay, so it took me a few hours to figure this out, but it's actually a really easy setup. Okay, so as you can see here, right there, my Power Commander is just underneath this metal is right there, and as you also can probably see, this is the cable that you connect. So you have two ECU, like big cables. Can't really see them without using my eye. This one and this one. So what you're going to do is, there's two white cables right here. You're gonna locate the one with the pin 11. So you're gonna see these wires have different pins in order. So it goes from well, you could say it goes from 0 to 5, or not 0 to 5. It goes from 0 to 10, and then 10 to 20. So it doesn't really show each wire, like each pin of the wire. But once you connect it like this, into your power command, which I've decided to put just right here. And as you can see, I have the cable. I actually have my computer ready for it. I did a few tests. I managed to work with it. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna remove the tank. You need to remove the tank in order to get access to everything here. This is the main part. So as you can see, I have my tank there. You can't really see it, but to remove the tank, you have two screws, one here and one there, and then you have like a large screw here that goes through just like that, and you have this middle screw in the front. You remove these, and then as you can see, I put this because you unplug the fuel line. So this is the fuel line, which I've covered now because it's really spilled a lot of fuel everywhere. And this, I guess, is the fuel connector. This is the fuel connector. So you can see that it has one pin here. So you push this, and then you take it out. And the same goes for the fuel line connector, which I'm going to show real quick. So here's the fuel line, and to remove it, you press it and then take it off. It's really... So that's what you do to remove those, and then you can safely remove the tank. Make sure that you have something or someone to hold, be beside you when you remove the tank, so you don't drop it. That would be a disaster. So when I did this, I also installed the KN filter. I actually decided to install the new KN filter. I have my original there. So what you do is, you have these screws, so now you can access the airbox. So this is the airbox. So what you do is you unscrew these bolts just around here. You have one bolt here. Make sure to unbolt this as well, because this holds the air filter along with everything else. So, and then when you've done that, you can safely remove the airbox and get access to the throttle bodies. You have 2 or 4 throttle bodies like this. Make sure to put something in them before you work with it. You don't want to get any dirt inside of the throttle body. If you do, that shit is gonna go into the engine, and you don't want that. It's gonna be a disaster. So make sure you put something. It could be like this, or you can put like paper, just to make sure you cover the holes. And then after that, when you remove it, you can safely remove the filter. The KN filter, it does not look like this. This is the original Yamaha R6 filter. I believe it should be the same for 2017 and onward up. So this filter is simply, it pretty much looks like this. And it's not really hard. It's basically, you have 2 clips. You can't really see that well. You have 2 clips here, and then you have this one. So basically you clip it like that and then push it up. So it's really easy. I can't show that because I want to show it, but I already screwed everything. I really don't want to take it out. And then after that, you're also gonna remove these. These are for the air to go into, well, the tank. There's like air holes. You have like three like hole size size that goes in. Never mind that. You have to. These are a little bit pain in the ass. Make sure you disconnect them first before you screw. It makes the job easier. So what I've done here. Now I'm gonna show the difficult part, or not the difficult part. So you have your power commander right there, and I decided to have my cables go around here. So it goes like here, all the way under this one. It goes under here. I put all my cables under. It goes here. I zip tied everything. I zip tied here as well. And as you can see, now here's the well, it's not a difficult part actually. I thought it was gonna be difficult with the power commander. Okay, so you're going to be supplied with these cables right here. So what you do is, it's a piggyback formation. So what you do is, you will get these from power commander. So what you do is, you first unplug them and then unplug the white one there. You will get instructions for that, so it's not really difficult. Then after that, you have a set of 4 cables. You will have 4 cables. Each cable is really important. Now under here, you can't really see that well, but just under here, keep holding this, just under here you have 1, 2, 3 and 4. They're like, you can't really see them very well, but they're tucked inside there. You have these cables. It looks like this. They're like gray, like that. Look like this. Now you can see I've done a big piggyback formation on this one as well. You're supposed to do this on all 4, and the important thing is to remember, on the instructions it says clearly which one that you're gonna unplug first. Now it says from cylinder 1 to 4. Now you go from this side as cylinder 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here you have the cables. So you basically plug the orange. You have one that is orange. You can see this one is orange right here. This one is orange. You plug that to cylinder 1 cable just under, and then you piggyback with, as I've done here, you piggyback the OEM cable wire to the one supplied from power commander, and then plug the power commander connector into the engine. So you just piggyback them, and then you do the same with everything else. Now for cylinder 2, it is this one. This is the yellow one. The yellow one goes to cylinder 2, and then, as you can probably see, you have a green wire right there. The green wire goes to cylinder 3, and then you have the blue wire which goes to cylinder 4. So in that formation, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now when you install that, and when you install this is the easier part, you could say. And when you put all this zip tied everything, you have right here, there's another 2 cables. Now do not touch this. This is for the temperature sensor. This determines this gets the temperature from the engine and provides it to the screen. This is really important. Do not unplug this. Now if you go, you can see I have a bunch of cables going in here. Let's see if I can show that. If I go around real quick, you can see on this side, you can probably see on this side that I have connected here. Oh, you can't really see that well, but here I have one connected there, and then this one I piggyback. So this connector, it goes to the gear. It's the gear connector. Make sure that you plug the one from power commander to the gear, and you will see that the original gear connector is in like a box like this. Not a box, but it's like a cover. So you basically remove it from the cover. Remove it from this cover, piggyback it, as you can see I've done here, piggyback it, and then connect the one from power commander onto your bike right there. So that's how you do it. It's a really easy process. You do that, everything will be fine. So what is important here? Now, if you're unsure that you've connected everything, make sure you can check actually if you do it like this. So when you do like that, you will hear that electrical sound. If there's a problem in your wires somewhere here, for example, if you connected a wire wrong or something like that, you will see, as you can see, my fuel line is flashing right now. That's because my fuel line and my fuel connector are disconnected from the tank. So that's an indication on when it's disconnected. Now you will see another example. So this is a way to, well, this could be a way to diagnose, do a diagnostic on your R6 in case you've done something wrong. And make sure you don't put the tank after, or actually put the tank connected to the fuel line when you connected everything. Check that you don't have anything flashing. Now you can see that my temperature is right there, it's low. Now this was the temperature sensor. So watch what happens if I remove this like that. Now you will probably not see it, but let's see. Let's see if this happens. Okay, so you can't really see it, but sometimes this will flash. Whenever the temperature flash, you know it's a problem with the temperature sensor. So you plug it back in and it should be fine. If the fuel is flashing, it's a problem with the fuel. If the check engine is flashing, it could be something as simple as, well, error 13, I believe. That could be a map sensor problem. That could be another whole type of problem. So it's important to make sure that everything is right. You will also in some cases see an error message right here that indicates that something is wrong. If you can't hear that electrical sound as well, it's a safety feature for you to not be able to start the motorcycle. You'll be able to try to you can try to start it, but the engine won't start because, for example, this temperature. In my case, it was the temperature. I connected the gear cable. I accidentally connected to the temperature sensor. Now I switched those, put this one back. Now you can hear that electrical sound. So if you have anything flashing here, for example, if you have the temperature flashing, or if the fuel is flashing like this. Now you can even see I have the check engine line, which I'm not actually sure why, but I will actually come to that. The reason why I have a check engine line is because I did a modification of the ECU. Basically, some people like to just remove the ECU and connect this one that goes to the power commander. I actually unplugged this and plugged it back, so that's probably why I have that. You can easily use like a Yamaha OBD2 sensor or adapter, which I'm gonna link in the description, to read the error or error codes, and you can erase them. You can also see if it is actually a real problem on the engine or if it has to do with your power commander. So that is the installation of the power commander. If everything goes well, now you can even see I've had the setup ready. I tested this in the morning. The RPM is fine. It shows the throttle, it shows the fuel adjustments and the duty, it shows the gear, and it should show the speed. Now in my case it doesn't because, well, I have it on this. So, and then you can install the map really easy. Now I already connected it, and this is my map. This is for Akrapovic R6 fuel system. Akrapovic full system for 2017 R6. So, and there's, I guess you can use the same for 2018 and 2019 as well. And I've connected it. Now all you do is you just click send map, and now you officially sent the map. Now the power commander has that map, so whenever you start the motorcycle, that it will use that map for your bike. It's really simple process. It's not really difficult. The only thing that can be annoying, and I'm saying annoying and not difficult, is to get all the cables to the cylinders. These one that goes to cylinder 1, 2 and 3, 4. They're really tucked in, as you can see. So you'll have to be patient about that. You can actually see it it's connected there. So it looks like that right there. That one. Let's see. See that gray? It's connected right there. Yeah, something like that. So if you do everything right, you've connected these. The other parts are really easy. Now this part is easy. You connect this and then piggyback it. The cylinders can be a little bit tricky, so take your time with that. What else? And the gear, as you can just try to push it in like that and then connect it from here like that. You connect this and then piggyback it on the OEM connector, really easy. And then make sure that your cables aren't, you know, in any way gonna be a problem when you put the tank and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. You really don't have to do a lot. So then you place your power commander right there. I made sure that I can connect the power commander here. I can use it from there. I started the bike in the morning. I saw the RPM range. I saw everything. Everything is fine. Now, as I said, only problem is the check engine light, which could happen. I'm actually working with the support of Dynojet to figure that out. But if it does happen, there are different ways to work with it. As I said, if you buy that adapter, you can plug. So if you buy this adapter, you can use this module right here. This has a 4-pin connector to it. A 4-pin connector, yeah. So when you buy this adapter to read or erase error codes on your Yamaha R6 2017, you plug it on this one. So it's like a protector right now, but you can take this off. It's really easy, and then you plug it in, and then you can read the engine light. Some people have that tool. I don't have it. I actually have a bigger rush. I don't have it, but I'm working with Dynojet to see what the problem could be. It could possibly be something else. If you have other issues, make sure to actually check that beforehand. It could easily turn out to be another problem where you probably connected wires wrong, and that's another thing that you need to analyze before you start the bike. I already started the bike, as I said, so everything looks great. Everything looks perfect on the bike. There's no problem, except for the fuel line, which is disconnected now, but that's no problem. So if everything goes wrong, or everything goes right, sorry, if everything goes right, you're not gonna have any problem, and you're gonna see those here later when you start it. So you put the tank on, you connect the fuel connector and fuel line, but you don't put the actual screws and everything. Instead, you work with that first, put the tank, connect the fuel line. Actually, make sure you have a little bit of petrol in the tank to make things easier, because it can be heavy when you don't have it. And then you start the bike, make sure everything looks fine. You should be able to start the bike, no problem. And it's a benefit if you hear that electrical sound, you know everything's perfect. You don't have any warnings here. As I said, if you have the check engine light, that's okay, but you might have to check that also. Some people don't have it, but I have it because there might be something that I've done. Nothing critical though. Nothing critical, because the bike starts, everything goes great, the map works as it should, and everything is perfect. So zip tie the cables, make sure everything's fine. Make sure everything's fine. Check your cables. Make sure, really important, make sure that the colors of these goes to the right cylinders. It says on this instructions which one you should plug. It doesn't show the colors though. So I'm showing you now in the color the way it should be. So here you have another plug, as you can see. This one goes into the engine right there. So this is as you can see, it's actually so this is the yellow one, the yellow plug. This is the yellow one. The orange goes to cylinder 1, the yellow goes to cylinder 2, and the green one is tucked in really hard there, cylinder 3 and cylinder 4. So that's everything you need to do. If everything goes well, if you have any questions, you can always ask them in the description. You can always ask them in the comments, and I'll try to answer as soon as I can. And that's pretty much it. So after you've done this, it should work fine. And make sure to place this. Make sure to you should try to install your map before you put the power commander on your bike. And if everything is running well, then congratulations, you've got yourself a power commander, and everything should be fine. Then you can actually, if you've started the bike, everything goes well, you can put the tank back, you screw everything back, everything, clean it up, make sure you put these back because they can be really important. Put the seat, put everything, check, you can connect with your computer or laptop, check that everything's working, and if everything is working, you should be fine. Okay guys, that was it. If you have any questions, just let me know and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Take care, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.